When you elected a politician to lead a nation, they tend to put the interest of their mates and themselves first over their subjects. And because of that, the nation suffers. But when you elected the leader, leaders tends to do what? They tend to put the nation first. They tend to put their subjects first over themselves. Along, they carry everyone together. They carry everyone along. Welcome to Wano. This is a program that we do every Friday. It's a broadcast that we do every Friday. And if it's the first time you're coming across us, please don't forget to subscribe to our channels and also like this program and share the program as well. Okay, so we are live on Wano YouTube. We are live on Wano on Facebook page. We're also live on Twitter. You can watch and join us in any of those platforms. Once again, welcome and good evening. Yeah, we're going to discuss this evening on if it is the right time to migrate to the United Kingdom. Is it the right time to come to United Kingdom? You are planning to come to UK. You maybe you have your brother, sister, someone that is planning to come to the UK. If it's the right time, and maybe you're wondering based on what is happening around here, most of you that are not really conversant with how things are going around in the UK for a few weeks. They just put it few weeks now. Okay, so before you before you're thinking, or if you are still thinking or you're considering coming over here, I want to let you know that few days ago the pound fell to its lowest. It fell to its lowest. That the Bank of England have to intervene. And the last time this such thing happened was in 1992. And that period, the pound crashes to the dollar. It crashes so low to the dollar, which led United Kingdom to withdraw from European Exchange Rate Mechanism (ERM). Okay, because of that, it affected the pound so much, and that's what could have happened. That the bank has to intervene. A lot of people were worried. A lot of people were thinking about their mortgages and interest rate, everything. That people were panicking. You understand that it's because the pound went up to £1 to $1.04, something like that. So it was horrible. So because of that, people panicking. Okay. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It will not stop people coming to this country. It will not stop people to migrate to this country. It will not stop people to come here. You understand? So that's what we're discussing. I want to discuss about this evening. And I would like you to call me. The number is on the screen as well. If you want to contribute to the program, if you want to join us to the program, understand the number is there. Oh, understand. So +447449823876. That's a WhatsApp number to call to join the program. Understand? Maybe you have a brother or sister or someone around that is thinking of coming to the UK, and the person is thinking of what to do, if it's the right option, if it's the right thing to do. You understand? So that's what we're going to discuss this evening. You understand? Like I said, the pounds, a few days ago, the pounds went to its lowest to the dollar. About £1 went to $1.04. And the last time it happened was about 1992. So a lot of people panicked. You understand? Even especially people that have pensions, people that have mortgages and all that, they panicked. So the Bank of England have to like intervene on their behalf, get me to pump some money into the economy for it to recover to today. I think today is about £1 to $1.10 or something like that. You understand? So if you're thinking of coming to this country, it's a loving country, it's an amazing country. You understand? But there are a lot of things you have to understand. There's a lot of factors that could have contributed to the fall of pounds and the high cost of living. Understand? Because at the moment, tomorrow being Saturday, Saturday, 1st of October, there will be a protest across Britain tomorrow. There will be a protest across Britain tomorrow because of the cost of living. The cost of living has gone so high that people are panicking, and a lot of people have gathered together. They want to do a protest tomorrow because of that. A lot of things have gone so much high: food, petrol, diesel, electricity, gas, everything. We discussed on this a few months ago. We're letting people know that yes, the inflation might even get up to 10%, and they are looking at it going up to 14. So people are protesting tomorrow. Do you understand? So, but that will not warrant you not to think of coming to UK if you want to come to the UK. Like I said, there's a lot of things. There are a lot of things that could have contributed to that. Few things that could have contributed to that. And one of them is the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. A lot of people know that. It's been going for a long time now. You understand? Since the invasion of Ukraine, everything has gone up. Every country. I think the only country that I would say today that it didn't affect them much is China and the US. United States and China are the people that you can say, yes, they didn't affect them much. But every other country affected them one way or the other. You understand? So, especially affected Europe more. You get me? So, since the invasion, the whole of Europe has been affected big time, including Britain. The price of food, the price of everything has gone up. And because of that, they will do protest tomorrow in relation to that. You understand? So the extent that is affected the household, people are complaining. And even next month, October, which is going to be from tomorrow, the prices of things going to rise more. You get me? So electricity is going to go up. All that. But that is not really what we're going to discuss today. I'm asking, how will it benefit Africans? How will it benefit Africans? Okay. If, for example, Africans, most of them that are planning, there are some of them that want to come here as students. There are some of them that wants to come here to stay, to work. There are some of them that are in other countries in Europe, America, Australia, that want to migrate here. And maybe they're listening or looking at the TV or watching the news, and they're hearing a lot of things about what is happening at this moment in UK. It's nothing to worry about. They will still sort it out. Inside the country, I want you to know that there are a few things that might bring this thing. Okay, I've said about the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Another thing that could have brought all these things that is in the crisis or whatever that is happening, the cost of living, everything going up, going high, and all that. That is the Brexit. Most of you remember 2019 when the Brexit started. They want to get out of the EU and all that. You get me? So they had their referendum. After the referendum, they have to decide some. It was 52-48 in favor of Brexit, people that want to leave EU. Then they left EU. And since they left EU, you have to know that they left EU. Leaving the EU affected them because they have to leave the custom union. So once they left the custom union, it ends that freedom of movement between UK and Europe. And because of that, it has an impact to many businesses, people that are importing goods, people that are exporting goods. It affected a lot of employment. Europeans that are coming here to work, to some of them that are coming here to study, some of them that will come here with their family, they want to work. There are some of them that come here during summer. They want to come and work. After that, they will go back to their countries and all that. It affected them a lot. And because of that, affected a lot of businesses. A lot of businesses that depends on people that come from Europe to work. They're not seeing those people anymore because most of them have gone back. And there are some restrictions to those that are coming. So because of that, it's affecting a lot of employment. You understand? So it's part of all the things that are happening. Okay. So like I said, the question is this: is it the right time to come? Is it the right time to migrate to the UK? Okay. You that is you're in Nigeria or you're in Ghana or whatever in Africa, you are thinking of migrating, you are thinking of coming to the UK. Understand? Maybe you're thinking of, yes, UK is one of the places that I really like to go to. Understand? You know? So that's what we're discussing this evening. I want to let you know that one thing is this: before you migrate or before you go to any country, there are things you have to like put into consideration as well. There are a few things you have to put into consideration. One of the things that you put into consideration is what? You have to check the value of the money the country they're using, the value of the money. Because once you live in home, you know how it is, especially with Africans. You want to go. We are going to hustle. You go in and live in home to make money. You're going to where the money is. So you want to come, even if you come in here to study, at the end of the day, you're still going to work. And you need to make the money. Your parents or whoever that is sending you abroad or sending you to UK, they will spend a lot of money. They will expect you to they expect you to work and send the money back. Some of them might borrow money to bring you, then they expect you to work and bring the money back. You understand? So there's one of the things that people look at. They look at the value of the currency of that country they want to go to. And when they are looking at the currency, now when you're looking at the currency of the UK, you see that the currency is going down a bit. It's going down and it's going to maybe discourage a lot of people. And the cost of living and everything is going up. So that means when you're living, if you want to come here, you have to get ready. You have to prepare yourself well. You have to prepare yourself very, very well. Do you understand? So how do I mean? If, for example, you have a student visa, let's just use students as an example because I think that's the easiest way to come in here at the moment. You have a student visa, you are living home. You have to get prepared because the accommodation where you will stay, you have to pay a lot of money. Before you get a job, you have to get money for you to pay the accommodation, money for feeding and everything. So if you check the exchange rate and everything, it's a lot of money in Nigeria and some African countries. And as well, you checking the value compared to a dollar, you see that it's almost the same. You understand? But that shouldn't deter you. That shouldn't discourage you coming here. Understand what I mean? I said one of the things that you have to consider is the checking the value of the currency where you're going. Okay, the second one is the language. A lot of people, for example, if Nigerians, the second language is English. Majority of people learn English in the university or in primary schools. They can speak English. So when they come here, it's easier for them. Understand? But other countries like Cameroon and all that, some part of them have English speaking side as well. But if you have French, you see that, yes, those are the things you have to like consider: the language and all that. And nothing is the weather. Okay. After that, if you consider all those things and it's okay, then the most important among them is what? The country you want to go to, do you have someone there? Do you have someone there that can, like, assist you for the few week or few days that you come in? Do you have someone that can assist you? Someone that can tell you, okay, do one or do this, do that. Do you get me? Those are the things you have to consider before you migrate, before you leave the country, or before you go to anywhere you want to go to. You understand what I mean? So it's part of what we discussed this evening. Is it the right time to come to the UK? And most people will be thinking like, yeah, but everybody wants to go to UK. So what is it? How can you just tell us, asking us that kind of question? Now, if you want to migrate to UK, maybe UK is your destination you want to go to, I think the best thing you have to do is what? You need to read the news, check what is happening here. So if you're conversant or you're reading the news and you will understand what is happening for the past few months, let's just put it that way. Understand, especially since the conflict or the fight, the war between Russia and Ukraine. A lot of things has gone up. Expenses, everything has gone up and up. It's getting expensive. You understand? So what is the benefit for Africans compared? What is the benefit to Africans? That's what I want to look into proper. I want to let you know about that. So the number is there if you want to call me, if you have a question to ask, if you want to even contribute to the program, if you want to talk more about what we discussed in this evening. Do you understand what I mean? If there's any little question you want to ask, you want me to enlighten you, or you are the one that planning, you're thinking maybe one of your brother or sister is here, or he wants to come over here and you want to ask, or you want to know what to do, or you have anything that is that you are not really sure about, the number is there. Call. There's a WhatsApp call. It's there. Or you want to call to contribute to what we're discussing this evening. Is it the right time to migrate to the UK? You understand? Like what I just said, I said to you that tomorrow, Saturday, 1st of October, there will be a protest here because of the cost of living. Some people, they've gathered together. They believe that they need to march. They believe that it's getting difficult now. They're saying that enough is enough, that they want to what? They want to protest. They're telling the government that they have to change their laws or change the policies that they want to implement and everything to make it easier for a commoner, to make it easier for people. Do you understand? To live. So, all right. And that's it. Okay. So, but let's jump into what we're going to discuss proper. Is it the right time to come to the UK? Considering the value of pounds is going down compared to dollar, it's going down compared to euro and all that. Is it the right time to come to the United Kingdom? Get me? All right. There's something I want to let you know. Like what I said before. Before you decide that you want to leave your country, before you decide that you want to go to another country to hustle, to make money, or you're going there as an expatriate, or anywhere. They don't call Africans expatriate. You're going there as an immigrant. You want to go and work. You want to go, maybe you want to go and study. You want to just anything you want to do, but you want to leave. They want to leave your country. Okay. Yeah, hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, hello. Good evening. Welcome to Wano.
Thank you. Okay. So, from the, the topic you are switching this evening is, yeah, it's important, especially for us here in Nigeria who are planning to come over here.
Okay.
That, yeah, so we are aware of the situation because someone know where he's going to, what is happening there. The person will not plan very well.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I think anybody who is coming over there, first of all, has to plan, make it plan.
Can you shift?
Hello?
Can you shift a bit? This too noise. The noise, background noise is too much. You can.
Yeah, I've done that, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so I believe before anyone thinks of coming over,
Okay.
he might done his calculations. Um, like you said, accommodation. Who is going to accommodate such an individual?
Mm-hmm.
Then also, he may gather his money because those few days he stay before he start working.
Yeah.
So that he can sponsor himself. Now, so the question I want to ask is pertaining to tech. Since the country is in such situation, is there any opportunity for those in tech that has their IT skill? Is the current situation is it affecting them?
The current situation is just the can you shift the background? The noise is too much. The noise is too much. It's coming in here. No.
Okay, let me see shift, sir.
Okay, just go somewhere.
Hello?
Yeah. I think it's a bit better.
Okay.
It's a bit better now. So the thing is this?
Okay.
The current situation is all about the policy and they have a new prime minister. Yeah. They have a new prime minister, and the prime minister is trying. So she's trying to implement some laws. So she's trying to make some changes. She's trying to make some changes to to revive the economy. You understand what I mean? She's trying a situation because of since the war, Russia started the war between Russia and Ukraine. It affected this country a lot. Okay, so I'm put together with them leaving the EU. When they left the EU, especially the transportation of importation of goods and all these kind of things is a little bit difficult. Do you understand? So it affected the businesses as well, and all those things put together, the economy and everything. It affected the economy a bit. But the question you asked me about the tech, the IT side of it, there's a lot of jobs in this country. What I mean by there's a lot of jobs is that the jobs that the EU vacate, the EU people that they vacate, because I said something that before you leave country to go to another country, you have to look at the value of the money. Okay, the EU, most of those people that are coming from the EU, Eastern European, they're coming from Poland, Lithuania, all those areas. The value of pounds at the moment, and the value of euro is very close. So some of them, if they're earning money, they live in their own home, they live in their house. You get me? They live in their house, so it's easier for them to stay there, because now most of them, when the time they came about 3-4 years ago, the pounds was about £1 to 120, something like that, euro. So £1 to 120, sometimes £1 to 135, £1 to 130. So when they go, if they work for 6 months or 7 months, they gather a lot of money. They can go back. But now the money is so close that they don't bother to come. So those jobs that they vacate, is looking for people to take it. So there's a lot of job, there's a lot of vacancy in those in IT as well. The only thing is the only thing is just for the person to come in here. And two, you have to know that the value of pounds, if you change the value, if you change the money in, like you calling from Nigeria, if you change it to Nigeria Naira, is a lot of money. Is a lot of money. So you cannot compare. You cannot compare with someone that are coming from EU and you that is coming from Africa. Do you understand? So it's gonna be it's gonna be a very massive benefit for the someone that's coming from Africa. I don't know if I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that is one of it. There's job in IT. There's job in IT, especially like I said, most of there's EU people that left, they left vacancies, and then people have to take up those kind of those vacancies. Yes, there's job, there's a vacancy, there's opportunity for people in IT, and they pay very well. They pay well. Understand? I don't know if I answer your question.
Yeah, I've done that, sir.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I love what you are doing because this is keeping us informed. Information is power. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Right on, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I say that I ask a question: is it the right time to migrate to the UK? And I said if you check on the thumbnail, you ask if it's the right time for Africans. If it's the right time for Africans to come here. Why is the right time for Africans to come here? Because if you check Africa, if you check in Nigeria at the moment, pounds is almost 800. 1 pound is up to 800. Some people they exchange to 1 pound to 750, 1 pound to 790. So if you change 1 pound to Nigeria Naira, it's a lot of money. Do you understand? So, and two, where Africans, especially Nigerians, will benefit if they come in here is this. Most of the jobs that the Europeans, Eastern Europeans, they took when the most of the jobs that they occupied here, most of those jobs now they are vacant, and British people, most of them, they don't like doing those kind of jobs. So black Africans and Nigerians, when they come in here, there's opportunity for them to take up those jobs. Okay. All right then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, no worries. Thank you so much for calling. Okay, so the line is open. You can call if I have any question or you have something that you want me to correct about, or if you want to contribute to the program, you want to have your view or something about the program we're discussing this one. The line is open. Okay, so you get me? Like I said, in our language, I say people like ebe gode. You have to go before get up, you have to go. You got ebe gode. You have to go. We have to get the money. You understand? And if you live in Nigeria now to come here, the money, the value of pounds is I think is so high. It's almost 800. So that's a lot of money. Let's assume that you're earning £1,000 a month. That's about 800,000. But it sounds good in the ear. It sounds good. But the difference is at the moment, like I said, cost of living is so much high. It's so much high. So if someone is planning to come here, if you plan to come here, if you won't come here, okay? If you want to leave Niger, come here. You have to get ready. I've already said it from the beginning. I just said all the whole thing in the beginning. I said, before you plan to come, before you plan to leave, there are things you have to put into consideration. One, the value of the currency of the country that you want to immigrate to. If you check the value, of the currency, because there's no need for you to leave Nigeria Then you have to go to a country that you knows that if you get there, you start afresh again, you start suffering, you start struggling, and you spend a lot of money. Sometimes you people can sell land, yeah, people can maybe borrow money and all that. Then they will send you abroad, and then they will say it's abroad they sent to you. And the place you are going, you don't even know how much the money, the value of the money they are using. You don't know how much it is. You don't know the language they are speaking because you didn't do any research. You don't even know how the weather is. It might be too hot. It might be too hot that you cannot even sustain, you cannot even stay. And you'll be like crying that you want to go back. And two, the money, little money that you put in your pocket, you might get there. There's no job for you to do. You can stay there 3 months. There's no job. Then when you finish the little money that you have with you, what will you do? And that is the reason why before you leave, you need to know somebody where you want to go to. Make sure that you find out. You find out if there's someone that you can know, somebody that ask around, even the person that is giving you the connection, the person that is assisting you to get the visa. Ask the person if they know someone. Make sure that you speak to the person first, and make sure that yes, the person will give you assurance that okay, start coming once you want to come, no problem, I'll assist you. Though some people can tell you that they can say to you, come over, come. At the long run, once is the time for you to come. When you get to that time that you want to leave, when you get there, they will not listen to you. They will off their phone. When you call them, their phone is switched off because they don't want to put you in their house, or they don't want to accommodate you, or they don't want to pick you up or something like that. They have their own reasons for that. And those kind of things is something that you have to make sure that at least you're sure that you have somebody that can help you. Because the reason why it's good for you to know somebody, when you get to a place that, when you get to a new place, you need to know the surroundings. Okay? You need to know the surroundings. You supposed to know what I'm saying. Let me speak it in pidgin. You supposed to know the area well. Why? You get some countries where you go enter as the land. You get places where you go. Police go carry you. They will collect you straight away. Understand? They go nap you. Then next thing you know now, you dey Lagos. So that's why it's good for you to know someone that you can call and say, okay, listen, please, I'm coming so time and so time. What do you think? Is there any way they will at least educate you a bit on what to do, how to pass the immigration, when to land, the right airport to land. These things I'm telling you are very important. There are some airports that you go to, it's be so strict that you cannot pass. There are some airports that you go to, it's very strict. Why there are some airports that you will go to, it's not that it's going to be too strict, but it'll be a little bit easier. Hello. Hello, yeah. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Wano.
Yeah, evening.
Hello, Johnson.
Evening. Yeah, Johnson calling from Nigeria.
Hello, Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
Okay. So based on the topic which you brought out,
Mm-hmm.
is I really enjoy all the topics which you have been bringing out. They are very, 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 very educating.
Okay.
If
Thank
you
you.
can follow it, to help and encourage one to know your aim or what you want in life.
Thank you.
The topic, in Africa, as you say, is it the right time for Africans to migrate to UK? Fine and good. This is the right time because in anything you are doing or any business you are doing, you always do to make gain. because the reason why people eager or longing to go to UK, Canada, and US, and some Europe that uses euro. Dollar pounds is the highest currency, follow with euro and dollar. And in Nigeria, due to bad economy, naira, Nigeria, we use naira because naira doesn't have any value. That is the reason why in Nigeria now, you don't use coins again. You don't use coins again due to the inflation. Some of the coins they have do away with it. You cannot have something of 5 naira, 1 naira, 2 naira, 3 naira again. That one. So the reason why people are longing to go to all these places I mentioned is because of the value. Like our diaspora now, people that are in UK, because the UK, their currency is high now. Because of that currency, as you said, if you are making, let's assume $2,000 pounds in a month, in UK there, in UK where you are there, the money may look like nothing to you. But when you exchange it in your own country, maybe if let's assume you are in Nigeria and you travel to UK, when you receive that money, when you change it here, you see that you make a lot of money. So that is the reason why people are living every day. People, if you go to, like the other day, I went to UK embassy. I have an appointment by 7 o'clock. I have 7 o'clock appointment. Do you know that I went before, let's assume 6:30, I was there. But do you know my number? I was 200 and.
There's a lot. That means
I was
a lot of people there, isn't it?
Yeah,
people
a lot of people.
People are
was wondering where do they come to tell you the rate of migration, how people wants to live. So the topic you brought is good because this is the right time because of the monetary value. People value it. When you go there, you hustle. When you change it down here, you make a lot of investment. You live big. You use it for many things. And the reason why people are living, because the problem, the economy is not suitable for us. Because if they can make a naira to $1 or £1, you see, meaningless. People who don't like to go, like people staying in UK, the indigenous of UK, indigenous of America, indigenous of all these European countries, they don't travel out. Once they want to travel, is for maybe they want to go on holiday, just to catch fun, have rest. You understand? But we here in Africa, especially Nigerians, they are living, they want to live every minute of the day. So I love that topic which you brought, so that it's an eye opener to our diaspora over there. This is high time for them to make a lot of investment, make a lot of projects, carry on a lot of projects, and rest of them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Johnson. I understand where you're coming from. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it on. I love your program.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what we're still discussing this evening is it the right time to migrate to the United Kingdom? Most of the people, the gentleman that just vacated the line now, he just said that because of the value of naira at the moment has crashed to the extent that the £1 it's about 800 naira, 800 £1. Understand? But I was saying a few days ago, the dollar dollar was almost equivalent to pounds, because if you get $1 or if you get £1, exchange rate. If, for example, if you are traveling and you wanted to change £1 to dollar at the airport, sometimes they will give you 90 something cents. It's not even up to $1. And people were screaming, shouting because of the policies the new prime minister change and whatever they want to do in here. So people are crying, shouting about that. Okay, so people that are coming from Europe to live here, some of them that want to migrate from Europe, Eastern European, to come here to work and all that, most of them, once they look at the value of pounds, it's no news for them. It's no use for them to come here anymore. Because if they check the cost of living here and everything, it's better for them to stay in their country and work. You understand? Unlike people coming from Africa. So this is the right time for people that want to come from Africa down here. Because all those jobs that those people that vacate, they will take those kind of jobs. They will take the job. Okay, though people that are inside the country, people that are living in UK at the moment, most of them, like, I mean, the impact of the war in Ukraine now at the moment, the war between Russia and Ukraine, the impact is affecting everyone. The cost of energy, I'm talking about gas, electricity, is enormous. It has increased it's over like 80%, more than that. Understand? So people are crying, screaming for people that are living here. But what I want to point out is ask if it's the right time for Africans to come here. I think it's the right time for them to migrate, because when you come in here, there are jobs. Unless you don't want to work, there are jobs. There is work. There is job for you. You get me? There's job for you. And we're going to look into most of those jobs next weekend. Next week, don't forget to tune in, because we want to look into most of the jobs that you can, if you want to come here, the jobs that you would like to. I would like you to study or work on, or if you want to, like, things that you need to do, so that when you get in here or go to most of the other countries in Europe or America, Canada, anywhere you get into, you will not struggle. You will not be hanging on the street, try to sell drugs or something like that. You work and make some money. Do you understand what I mean? If you're the kind of person that wants to work, if you want to be on the street, that's another different ball game. Do you get me? We'll look into that next weekend. So you can put it in your diary and talk to your friends and let them understand that. You understand? But what we discussed this evening said, is it the right time for you to migrate to the UK? Considering the recession, considering how things are going, considering the high cost of living now, considering all of this, the Brexit, you understand? Especially the Brexit, it affected a lot of things, a lot of jobs. You understand? If it's the right time, like I said, you said yes. It's the right time if you can find your way down here. There is job. And I made mention of things that people neglect before they travel, before they migrate, before they leave their house or leave their home to go to another country. There are things that people neglect. There are things that they don't put into consideration before they leave. I made mention of them. I said that before you leave, first of all, it's not only when going to UK, there are other countries, a lot of countries that people know, Nigerians are all everywhere. They're everywhere. You understand? But most of the people that did their research, they plan themselves properly, they don't struggle. They don't. But some of them that they didn't do their research. They just in a haste. They want to leave. You find out that it takes them years for them to stand on their feet. It takes them years for them to understand what to do. You get me? And most of those things is something that they neglect. Something like this. Before you leave, you're supposed to do research about the country you want to go to. First of all, check the value of the currency they are using. check the value of the currency they are using to the country where you are. If you're in Ghana or Senegal or somewhere and you want to live from there, and then someone can just come and tell you, okay, don't worry, I have a connection for you to go to so place. Guy, come, I want to show you where I want to go. I get contact, I got contact, come, I want to show you, carry go. Understand? When the person finish telling you all the stuff, do your own research, find out what of the name of that country they tell you they want to send you to. Do your research, find out how people they are there, how they are doing, how they are living, how they are sustaining themselves. That is it. Check the value of the currency to where you are. One. The second one is what? Check the language. Check the language of where you want to go to. Okay? Let's assume that you have now I'm talking to my people in Nigeria, okay? I talk to them, I'm talking to people in Nigeria. I'm listening from, I don't know where you're listening from, but I'm talking to you guys. Let's assume that you get a contact, someone that said, okay, I'm going to send you abroad. The fees and everything, the visa and everything is going to cost you 400,000 naira. And then the person said to you, okay, I'll send you the visa and everything. I need 400,000. And because you heard abroad and you had 400,000 in your account, you have about 200,000. That you know that if you run around as your uncles or people, they will just raise the money for you. Then you forget to ask the person, which country is it? Which country are you which country are you sending me to? If you ask which country, if the person gives you the name of the country, yes, you tell the name of the country. Then ask the language they're speaking over there. You can go and do research your own. Then ask this person if he has someone there. Do you have anybody that can accommodate me if I get there? Do you have anyone that can pick me up or receive me when I'm coming? Do you understand what I mean? You have to ask those questions because it's not just about giving someone 400,000. Then you have to rally around again to raise enough money for flight ticket. Then you need some money to put in your pocket. There are some countries that if you get there, if you get into the country, if you are lucky and pass immigration, if you get into the country, the money that you have on you, the people that are there, they will take it from you because they need money. They're hungry. They are hungry. They have nothing to do. Some of them, they want to come back. So once they see you with money coming in, they will take it from you. And you're going to be stranded. Many of them will not tell you that because they just want to collect that 400,000 from you. So those are the things, few mistakes people do before they travel. Okay? Find out if there's someone that can pick you, someone that, and once if the person said to you, yes, I have someone, get the person's number because it's your right. Ask questions. Because you are giving the person's money, it's like you're buying goods. Okay? It's like you ask the person's, I need the person's number. Get the person's number, try to call the person. Call the person and ask them what is happening. Though sometimes they might arrange with that person or whatever, but at least call and find out how things are going. You understand? Before you give your money and then you go for the visa and all that. Those are things people neglect because they heard abroad, they want to go. So it's like, they're excited and they forget those little minor things that they have to ask. So when they buy their ticket, they've already given this person the money. Now they're on getting to the country. The immigration, luckily for you, just passed the immigration. Now, when you pass the immigration, coming into the city now, who do you know? Where are you going? Sometimes you see if it's not an English country, English speaking country, you can't even speak, you can't read the language, you cannot understand what they're saying. You're stranded. You're stranded. That's why some people you see that their brothers or their sisters traveled 2 years, 3 years, they've not called because they are stranded. They've not called home. They're stranded. So those are the things. So, but we're discussing about if you want to come to, if you have the opportunity of coming to the UK, is it the right time to come? Yes, it's right. Seriously, it's the right time. Considering all the things that are happening at the moment, I understand that the cost of living is high. Everything is high at the moment. But if you make your way in here, there are jobs. Unless you don't want to work, there are jobs. I mean, there are jobs. I'm telling you, once you are someone that you're ready, you're hardworking, you want to work, there's a job. There are jobs for you out there. You understand? So those are the things that you have to know. Those are the things you have to put into consideration. Understand, if you're planning to leave, you're trying to leave or go to any other country, it's not only UK, there are other countries that if you go to, you make it. At the moment, America is booming because America, their currency, the value of American dollar now is high. Because when you're talking about the value, people in Nigeria they'll think looking at the dollar, if exchange rate, it's not how to check about the value. You have to check the value of the currency on how people that are living in that country, how the cost of living and everything, how conducive, how comfortable they are. For example, if you're living in America at the moment, one pound, $1 exchange of $1. If you compare to here in the UK, the gas every month, let's just assume that you get £1,000 at the end of the month is your money. Then from £1,000, you need to pay your house rent, you need to buy food, you have to buy your transport. For example, if you don't have a car, you have to buy the train tickets and all that. You have to buy clothes, isn't it? To cover yourself, all those things, the expenses and all that. The remaining money left with you, that's your money. You get me? Understand? So that's the value of where you are. But people in Nigeria, if you send the money to them, they don't know how you get that. How do you make the money? So the value, the way they see it's going to be quite different from you. So if at the moment, the cost of living here is so exuberant that people are crying compared to people in America and Canada because of Russia and the Ukraine war is affecting people in Europe more. So the value of pounds is going down a bit, while dollar is going up. So people going to America at the moment, it's going to benefit more compared to here. Do you understand what I mean? That's the difference. You get me? But UK pounds is still there. Pounds is pounds. It's not changing. You get me? They call it ego igwe, right? Ibuaya like this. The money basa yotago. It's there. The value is still there. You get me? So that is it. So if you find your way down here, it's job. It is there. Do you understand? Despite the money crashing, despite pounds going down, despite all that people, the protests they're going to do tomorrow because of the cost of living, despite all that, once you want to work and you know how to maneuver, you know how to save money, you know how to, cut your coat according to your size, if you understand what I'm saying, instead of like, then why not? You're making money, you make it. Understand what I mean? That is it. Okay. So this is all we got this evening. Like I said, If it's the first time you coming across One On, please don't forget to like our program. We are live on One on YouTube. We are live on One on Facebook. We also live on Twitter. One on underscore JJ on Twitter. Understand? So, next week we will discuss on the kind of jobs or things that there's a lot of things that we are neglecting in Africa. There's a lot of trade, call it trade, call a lot of jobs, a lot of things that we're supposed to learn, things that we're supposed to put in our mind, things that we have to and when there's some things like we're saying, there are some businesses that are supposed to, there are some things that are supposed to learn. If you come here, if you go to anywhere in Europe, you will not struggle. And most of those courses, economic courses, or most of those trades, or most of those jobs, things that people are learning, people are neglecting them. A lot of people are neglecting it. But if you put your head down and learn most of those jobs or most of those, work or something, if you come to Europe, if you go abroad, you will not beg. I'm telling you, you will survive big time. Things that we, maybe some of us that left, if someone told us or like elaborate us or told us to do one or two things about all those things, most of us could have been like running big time. You understand? We're going to discuss that next week. Please don't forget to tune in, put in your diary, talk to your friends, and share this program. Okay. Next week Friday, the same time, 7 p.m. UK time, we will discuss on that. Understand? Thank you. If you stay with us to this time, I appreciate you. Appreciate the guys, people that call. Appreciate every one of you. And then have a lovely weekend. And I'll see you next weekend. God bless.